So, as John said, I'm Megan, and I am a gratefully recovering alcoholic and addict. April 20th, 2017 holds a very special place in my heart because not only does it mark the start of a new chapter with my better half, it marks the first day that I recommitted my life to God. In honor of both, I wanted to share some wisdom that I've learned and ultimately say thank you for everything. Through you and many others, God's love was made very apparent and allowed for the impossible to become possible again. So the first thing I wrote is actually a spoken word, and it's called Unconditional Love. What is unconditional love? What is unconditional forgiveness? Jesus talks about it all the time, but how do we actually live it? 2 years ago this month, when my life was a complete mess, a dear friend brought me to God and said, "Here, you will be blessed." As I came to know more friends, I realized not all of them were true. As the condemnation started flying, I knew I had to choose. Do I listen to these ugly words, the ones that make you cry? Or do I fight for God's righteousness so that you'll know I'll never say goodbye? As times got tougher and money became tight, never once did we go without, for God's altruism was burning bright. Eventually we moved. A new chapter had begun. Finally, we were able to date, and loved ones we had become. Shortly followed a brand new church with new smiles and hellos. I wasn't sure you'd follow me after all your woes. God's will be done, a renewed faith we had found. Because of God's graciousness, our love is forever bound. A talk of our future is what followed next. Move in with me, why don't you? My heart vehemently stressed. But I'm not ready, and I still want to date. Please trust that I love you dearly. I just need a slower pace. A few months went by with no timeline in view. I prayed to God every night, hoping I might be answered soon. I had almost forgotten when he told me that day. I sobbed tears of joy. Everything is going to be okay. Little did I know that our trials had just begun. Struggles with addiction had ruined our fun. Long months ahead, we endured fighting and distrust. At one point, I wanted to give up. In God's name, you did cuss. I am so sorry for all my doing, because, my dear, you are incredibly worth it. Thank you for exemplifying God's absolution. Through penance, I was able to recommit. Through you, God taught me what love is really about. Forgiveness means not giving up, and love means learning not to shout. 2 years in, and we're still going strong. I thought I knew love before you, but boy, was I wrong. God will forgive us every time we mess up. We just need to listen more and not interrupt. Jesus, I love you, and today I am yours. Please let me keep this man for a few decades or more. And the next thing I wrote is a poem, and it's called Love Your God, Love Your Neighbor. So, love your God and love your neighbor. There is no commandment that is greater. Treat others as you want to be treated. There is nothing wiser to be heeded. Time and again, this we forget or ignore, wounding our fellow humans to their core. Do we hate each other, or do we hate ourselves? Are we better than one another, hoping to bring down our sister or brother? There is no difference between Jew and Gentile, for we are all sinners alike. Sins are not quantifiable or measurable, yet God's love is never-ending and unconditional. Even if you mess up left, right, and center, or even wind up going on a bender, I pray I choose to love and forgive you, for that is what we are called to do. The next time I make a poor choice and want to do anything but rejoice, could you be there for me too, understanding what I might be going through? Thank you for showing me that I'm not alone and that it's okay to not be perfect. It's tough believing that I'm a failure at everything but being an addict. Through God I am saved. This I am absolutely sure of. Where there was death, now there is life, everlasting in the heavens above. So, thank you.